I've been testing Korean skincare products I've seen recommended again and again by influencers. I couldn't fit them all into one video, so here is part 2. It's Michelle of Lab Muffin Beauty Science, Chemistry PhD and Cosmetic Chemist. Korean skincare products are super popular, but there are so many options it can be really overwhelming. How do you work out which products to buy? Ingredient lists are helpful, but any cosmetic chemist will tell you you can't judge how well a product works just from that. Every chocolate cake has pretty much the same ingredients, but this one tastes like broken dreams and disappointment. The ingredient list can give you an idea of what to expect if you know what you're looking for, but it doesn't replace testing it on actual skin. So I always check reviews on forums, but also from influencers I trust, especially if they have similar skin to mine. Today I'll be adding my thoughts on these products and hopefully give you some useful ingredient insights as well. These products are all available from this video's sponsor Star Korean. There's a discount code in the caption too. I'm going to start with the Skinfood Royal Honey Propolis Enrich Essence. This is a long-time favorite in the Korean skincare community. It's been recommended by so many people: Kelly Driscoll, James Welsh, Leah Yu, Bonnie Garner, Ben Neely. I was initially a bit iffy about an active product from Skinfood. I've loved their pineapple peeling gel for a long time, but a lot of Skinfood products seem kind of gimmicky with this food and natural theme. As someone who got into skincare in the Pinterest age, I have a bit of a reaction to that. This is the first active product I tried from Skinfood. It's pretty multifunctional, it's made for hydrating and supporting the skin barrier, but it's also meant to help with breakouts as well as plump and firm skin, so targeting mature skin. The key ingredient is black bee propolis extract. Propolis is bee glue. It's used to seal up holes in hives. It's made from plant sap and it has some interesting properties. It's been investigated for use in wounds. In skincare, it seems to be good for soothing, helping with breakouts, and as a source of antioxidants. Specifically, it has polyphenols and flavonoids. Skinfood's propolis is double fermented to make it more concentrated. There are 2 other bee ingredients in this. There's royal jelly, which has skin smoothing properties, and fermented aged honey. All of these are natural ingredients, so the specific substances in them and their concentrations depend on lots of different factors: the species of bee, what they eat, the season, how it's extracted and processed. So for these sorts of ingredients, I always recommend looking at reviews of specific products and ignoring things like dupes and percentages. That's not super helpful. I found this essence incredibly hydrating, which is exactly what I expected. As well as the bee extracts, which all have really hydrating components, there's also beta-glucan. This is a long-chain sugary molecule that's really good at holding onto water and acting as a humectant. It's similar to hyaluronic acid. There is also hyaluronic acid and glycerin, which are both also humectants holding water onto skin. It also has purslane extract. I am not even going to try to pronounce that. I can do chemistry names, but botanical names, that is a skill tree I have not filled out. This is a herb that's used in traditional Korean medicine to help with irritated skin. There are also some ferments which can have hydrating, soothing, and exfoliating effects. These were added into this newer Enrich version, along with more propolis. Excitingly, for people who can't handle niacinamide, this does not have niacinamide. It's a bit of an older product that was released before that big niacinamide boom. It's also fragrance-free and has a slightly sweet smell. People with sensitive skin have generally said that their skin doesn't react to this. In terms of texture, this is silky and hydrating. It's like a thick sort of water, not as thin as a toner, but not as thick as a proper serum. It sinks into my skin really quickly, and it isn't as tacky as I expected for something that hydrates so well. The most impressive effect I've seen on my skin with this is that it's been really good at smoothing out texture and giving me a glow overnight. It's almost like a chemical exfoliant sort of effect, but without any irritation or stinging. It was also really good at calming down reddish breakouts I had. It layers nicely under products too. I'm actually wearing it under my makeup right now, but I think it would be a bit sticky for daytime wear if it's really humid. I really like the packaging of this too. It's a glass bottle with this gradient effect, and it's heavy enough at the bottom that I haven't knocked it over yet. There is also this nice button on top that you press to fill up the dropper. It's summer here, and I've been using this on its own as my only product at night, including when I've got the aircon on, and it's been really good at preventing my skin from drying out. I'm sure I'll have to add a moisturizer too when it gets colder and drier. Overall, I love this. It is going into my rotation. Skin1004 Madagascar Centella Light Cleansing Oil is one of Skin1004's most popular products. Sue Beauty and Uni Uni both raved about this. Cleansing oils and balms are really popular in Korean skincare. You don't need to use an oil-based cleanser to remove water-resistant makeup and sunscreen, but I prefer using them because it feels so relaxing to massage it into my skin and see everything mess up. Sometimes I like mess. A lot of cleansing oils and balms leave a bit of residue on your skin and might not get all of your makeup off, so you often need to follow up with a second cleanser, also called double cleansing. This cleansing oil is designed to work on its own, and when I tested it on some water-resistant products, I didn't need to use a second cleanser. This has Centella in it, which is good for soothing skin, and people who have tried this on irritated skin have said that it's quite calming. This also worked really well for removing waterproof eyeliner. It didn't sting my eyes or leave them blurry, which sometimes happens with cleansing oils, and that blurriness is almost always an issue with cleansing balms. I really like this pump bottle. The pump actually dispenses the right amount of product really easily. Lately, I've been trying a few products that don't dispense well out of their pumps. The product will just kind of leap over my hand onto the floor, so I have been really appreciating this aspect. The things I don't really like about this product are really just personal preference things for me. I don't really like the scent. It's kind of lemony and citrus. It comes from bergamot, rose, and rose geranium. I also just prefer cleansing balms over cleansing oils because I find these a bit tricky to get onto my face without dripping. I really don't like cleaning up oil drips. If you're looking for a cleansing oil, especially one that you can use on your eyes or one that doesn't need to be followed up with a second cleanser, then I think this is a fantastic option. Next is the Jumiso All-Day Vitamin Brightening and Balancing Serum. I've seen this recommended by tons of people, including Cassandra Bankson, Tina Tanaka-Harris, Uni, and Mishmoose. This is a serum that's based around sea buckthorn fruit extract, which they use as like the water source for this product. They call it vitamin tree because it contains a lot of vitamins, mainly vitamin C, but also E and K. It also has a lot of antioxidant and humectant compounds. On top of that, this serum has added humectants like glycerin and hyaluronic acid, 2% niacinamide, some other beneficial plant extracts, panthenol, and additional ascorbic acid. I found that this was really hydrating and lightweight. It sinks in quickly and layers nicely under sunscreen and makeup. It didn't irritate my skin at all, and it has a nice light citrus scent with none of that metallic kind of smell you usually get with ascorbic acid products. But I didn't notice any of the beneficial effects I usually see with vitamin C, like faster brightening of acne marks. I think here's where I went wrong. I didn't check the brand's own recommendations. This is their beginner vitamin C. They have two stronger options, which probably would have been more suitable for me as someone whose skin really likes vitamin C. A lot of people do have issues with vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid in their products. These products can be really irritating and cause breakouts, especially if they have a low pH. That low pH isn't always necessary for ascorbic acid to get into skin and work. There are other ways to get it into skin even with water-based products. So this serum might be good for you if your skin is super sensitive to vitamin C, you want something budget-friendly, and you're okay if it is mostly just hydrating with any vitamin C action as an added bonus. But if your budget stretches a bit more and you're specifically looking for a vitamin C product, I would recommend looking for a product that has more ascorbic acid, but is still formulated to be gentle. Next is the Pyunkang Yul Calming Moisture Repair Balm. I love it. I'm sorry for that spoiler, I can't hold back. This is just awesome. I talked about Pyunkang Yul last time. They're a brand that uses a lot of traditional Korean medicinal ingredients. They're one of Gothamista's favorite brands, and the essence toner was nice, but it didn't fit into my routine that well. I don't see many people talking about this balm except Sue Beauty and Tina Tanaka-Harris. Maybe it gets lost amongst all of PKY's other moisturizers. They also have a cream in a jar that looks pretty much the same with a very similar name that costs less for more products, so I think maybe people tend to just skip over this. I tried this by chance and I am so glad I did. So my usual product for when my skin's irritated is the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. I've talked about it a lot. When I went to Europe, I knew I would be buying the new B5 Plus, so I put this in my hand luggage instead to help with dry skin on the plane. I mostly just put it in there because it is so small and I didn't really expect that much from it. It was just meant to tide me over. This is brilliant. As you'd expect, it has a lot of the standard soothing barrier support actives like panthenol and centella. There's also honeysuckle and tea tree extracts, but no niacinamide. It also works really well for softening those stiff, dry flakes that I tend to get when I've blown my nose too much. The magic with this product is the texture. The big issue with the Cicaplast Balm is that the texture is just not great. It's thick and paste-like, and that is fine at night, but if you try to wear it during the day, especially with sunscreen or makeup, then it becomes a bit of a greasy, slidey mess. This Calming Moisture Repair Balm has a thickish texture, and I expected it to be a bit gooey and sticky like a lip balm. But this just glides on so smoothly and sinks into skin really quickly. A little does go a long way with this, and you can apply a really thin, even layer without any tugging. I've also used a thicker layer overnight when it felt like my whole face just needed that extra nurturing. It is heavier than most Korean moisturizers, which tend to be super lightweight, but compared to even a Western moisturizer for oily skin, this is just so weightless and refreshing. But even though it's light, it still feels like you have a protective layer on your skin, or like a layer that's merged with the top layers of your skin. It isn't greasy or oily or slidey, and it actually has a matte finish if you don't apply too much. It almost feels like a silicone-based moisturizer, but it actually doesn't have silicones in it. It has a lot of lightweight emollients like squalane and sunflower oil, and there's also shea butter. There are also lots of humectants in it that keep water on your skin, like glycerin, betaine, and a bunch of different sizes of hyaluronic acid. Having those different sizes I've found tends to be more effective for giving me longer lasting hydration. There are also these two peptides in it which can smooth and firm skin, but I didn't really see that happening when I was using it because I was too busy focusing on my skin not falling off my face. I haven't tried this much in cold, dry weather yet, so it'll be interesting to see if my skin does need a second moisturizer with it, but so far this has been an absolute dream product. I hope you enjoyed chatting skincare with me. You might also like this video on sunscreens. Let me know what you thought about these products, hit the like and the subscribe and comment to tell the algorithm to give you more of this kind of video, and in the meantime, happy skincare nerding.